Going live, going live, going live, going live. Now I'm live. Hello, everyone. This is Nigel Nine. And to those of you who are watching the rebroadcast, welcome. Got a little lighting going on in the background here. Desk is facing yet another different direction. Mrs. Biggins says she never knows what to expect when she comes down here. So this is the direction of the day. I can also change the lighting in the background. You're looking at right up here, you're looking at Darth Vader's crotch. So I apologize. Hey, Cyber Demon. So I got a bunch of people buying pay-per-view today. That's good. By the way, I got notified by Amazon today that the Fire Stick app, that it's been onboarded. Fender, I was just looking at your satellite. And so I guess that means that sometime Saturday, 24th. Did they say 25th or 26th? Anyway, this weekend, the Amazon Fire app should be going live. My day was good and busy, but a lot of parts are coming together. Tomorrow night, Scott and I are filming again for you. It's a pivotal scene tomorrow night. Also, my neighbors are going away, so I'll be using their yard. I could use it if they were here. We used it before while they were here. Hello, Ashton. Where are you? I'm in my basement. Yes, it was acceptable. It looks, oh, that reminds me. I got to email somebody. Let me look over here. I hope you don't mind me being rude. I'm not trying to be rude. I remember the name as soon as I see it. I'm looking at my email in case you're wondering. Sorry, folks. I gotta. Let me see if I can find. All right. Hi, Patrick. So the plan is to film tomorrow night, although it's part we got to shoot outside. It's supposed to rain like crazy. The new movie comes out 4th of July weekend. But if you're going to FrankenCon in Tennessee, it premieres there June the 9th. I pissed off. Did you? So don't say the movie because it's kind of a spoiler. But did you like the film you watched last night? So we it was so mild here today. I was surprised. It rained. It's supposed to pour tomorrow night. It's supposed to pour all weekend. Okay, good. Well, don't say what the movie was. Pissed off because now you have an idea of what the four segments. 1, 2, 3, 4 of people that last night I was talking cryptically about code. 3 of the 4 segments have been swooped up by, I got my names written over there on the board. Let me see who just emailed me. People are signing up today like crazy and buying the DVDs. And good evening, Mark. And lots of people watching. By the way, if you have Roku, you probably have signed up already. If you have Amazon Fire Stick, subscribe before the app goes live, and you'll save a little bit of money. Yeah, I think I've got that one sold. It's just I'm waiting to hear back from the person. But it's first come, first serve. So if anybody still wants it, you can still get it. I'm also going to have to, over the weekend's broadcast, I'm going to talk and see who's got I just want to make sure that all you guys that set in segments that I got everybody. Sometimes they come in fast and furious and they get a little lost. So I get to see my boy Scott tomorrow night. Always a pleasure to work with him. Sometime in the next 2 weeks, I ought to be getting Mitch in here too. Well, Cyber Demon, when in July, when the next movie's released, there'll be a 12-pack at that point. Hi, Shuri. So, the funny thing is because I want so much of this movie to be a surprise, I can't actually talk about what is going on, like when we're filming, but I know that I have to wash our outfits before tomorrow night, Scott and mine, because we got them dirty last time. What's going on in the news today? Let's see. bullshit. I'm tired of hearing about this. Can I tell you something? No matter what side you lean towards, I'm not going to talk politics, but don't. It's your right to protest, but people are crazy right now. So stay in your house and protest if you want to protest. What is this? It's a holdup. Wall Street Journal drops bombshell, reveals that Elon Musk's Twitter is now a whopping $13 billion in debt due to Musk's failed Twitter Blue grift and the wave of advertisers fleeing to protect their brands from Twitter's toxicity. Elon Musk is getting more and more desperate to shake users down for money because he destroyed Twitter's financial viability by unbanning all the banned trolls, neo-Nazis, well, that's unfortunate. Um, well, Twitter, believe it or not, I get a lot of news off of Twitter and Facebook. A lot of the breaking news comes through Twitter. And I think what the guy was trying to do, look, the guy's the richest guy in the world. You don't get that way by being an idiot. You also, sometimes the richest people you meet are the weirdest people. But he wanted to promote free speech. It's just, I don't know. What the hell do I know? Facebook's Facebook's how I got in contact with a lot of you. Well, you're not missing it now, Debbie. And Instagram is where I get a lot of replies from. I'll be up in your neighborhood tomorrow, Debbie, to see Cousin Doherty. I don't know if Sable's in her chair or not. Yeah, she's over there. So, did anybody do anything exciting today? Mrs. Biggins and I will broadcast tomorrow when we go to Cousin Doherty's. But I got to stop at the veterinarian's office to pick up their food if it's ready. My neighbor was complaining because she's my age, 57, and her and her husband are both my age. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany's in. Um, but she got braces, and they were supposed to come off last month. But when she or the dentist or somebody got COVID, so they had to put it off for a month, and then it was a 2-month wait. So, oh my God, have you seen those vultures? Have I shown them to you? Across the street from her house is a water tower, or a water tower if you're not from South Jersey. And doesn't matter if it's 10 degrees or 100 degrees. Hi, Andrea. These vultures line the thing. I'll take a picture tomorrow and show you. I think they're waiting for her to just drop and swoop in and pluck out her eyeballs and eat. It's been a busy week of editing for Bad Ben 12. And this beginning part is heavily intensive on special effects. Did I show the vultures? Fender? Evening, Jennifer. Tomorrow, when I'm doing a live, I'll try to disconnect. I'll try to take the camera off the dashboard and point it up there. I'm telling you, they're waiting for her. They're waiting for her to drop, and they're going to swoop in and feed on her. I can't believe it's number 12 either. These everyone's more fun than last. I got to tell you, what makes this a lot of fun is getting to work with a co-star. I should have no, I shouldn't have. I'm going to render the people that have recorded their segments to be in the film. And Andrea's already planning for 13. I can stop by for a drink if I need it after your visit. I need stronger than that. You know, is it jovial? When I drive down to Tennessee, you quickly go through all the states. Like in the Northeast, the states are small till you get to Virginia. And then I can't imagine what it's like to drive across Texas, because that's so big, or Alaska. But there's a lot of places in Alaska that you can't really get to. But Virginia, you drive through forever, it seems like. It's a 12-hour drive when we go to Tennessee for this FrankenCon, and it'll be like it's about an hour to get out of New Jersey. You're in Delaware for about, I don't know, not very long because it's small. Maryland, small. And then you hit Virginia and you're driving forever. But Virginia is beautiful. Can I tell you something? Anybody down there that lives in Virginia, Pennsylvania is long too. I've driven to Ohio before, and it's an easy drive, but it's long. Um, Anybody that lives in Virginia, I gotta tell you, that highway I take, whatever it is, it's not. Maybe it's 95. They've got the cleanest rest stops. How's that for a random fact? Pennsylvania, the funny thing about Pennsylvania is I've mainly been to Philadelphia when I go up there. Um, but it also, when I used to ski, and I haven't been skiing now, oh my God, I can't tell you the last time I went skiing. I used to go like 3 or 4 times a year, but I haven't been skiing in probably 20 years. Um, Blue Mountain up there near begins with Allentown. It's not Allentown, but it's near there. Knoxville's nice. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. I can't wait to premiere the film because last year they had me show Bad Ben there, the original. So this one, what it's going to have is if you haven't seen any of the previous 11, you'll be able to understand 12 because it's going to have a 10-minute prior to the premiere. It's going to have a 10-minute video that shows a portion of each film that explains the series so far. So anybody that hasn't seen Bad Ben 1 through 12, 1 through 11, will get a real quick recap on them, like previously on. And Sonny Bono, he's not the only one. One of the Kennedys died skiing. I never did anything skiing. I will tell you this much. I did a black diamond or a double black diamond, if they have them there, at Blue Mountain. However, one of the other places I used to like to go skiing was Hunter Mountain in Tannersville, New York, which has the greatest snowmaking capacity, artificial snow in the world. And that's because of the unpredictable weather. Man, I don't know how ski resorts did this year. Because I don't know, actually out there, they, I think, might have had a little more of a winter. We didn't have a winter, that's for sure. But I will tell you that a black diamond on Blue Mountain is a blue square on Hunter Mountain. I never went down a black diamond at Hunter Mountain. I own skis. I did own skis, but a friend of mine borrowed them about 20 years ago to go skiing. So I lent them to him, and they were in his garage, and he died. Not skiing, but he since passed away, and I never got the skis back. And I don't know anybody else in his family. I mean, he wasn't from this area, but so I don't have skis anymore. I might have the boots. I don't think so, though. I'll tell you, I probably have a little more fun skiing now because I've lost some weight. Yeah, that's not a good idea. I've had, oh God, I've known so many people that when you get older, that's one of the things you start noticing, people dying. Now, both my parents are gone. My brother-in-law is lucky enough that his mother's still alive and she's 92 or 94. Tiffany, check when we get closer to the event because he wasn't sure, but Corey, who pops in this room every now and then, he wasn't sure, but I think he said it's going to be Saturday night. It's another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. By the way, this Easter's 2 weeks from this Sunday. So I'm going to have to get those custom Easter messages ready. Who just popped in here on me? I don't know if this is going to show up right. Well, look at this. Did you see that? It looked like an airplane crashing, but it was like a model and it flew into the windshield of a car. Let me show you again. I don't know if you could see that, but that popped up. You know, Matt and I are so like into the same shit that our recommendations, like when he'll send me a video on Instagram, I've already seen it. Or I send him something and he's already seen it. What was that? A C-17? I don't know what Arizona, the National Guard there used to fly F-16s. The Tucson Guard, though, they were a huge unit, and I think they wound up getting, they probably got F-22s. I don't even know. I don't keep up on the airplanes anymore. I will tell you, when I read this stuff about Twitter, why Elon Musk bought it, I don't even know. I mean, he has so much else going on, but I will tell you that SpaceX is absolutely amazing. I remember the first time I watched those rockets take off and then return and land. I mean, come on. And the fact that the ship that went to the International Space Station that SpaceX delivered the astronauts in, their spacesuits are cool. The ship was cool, and like Tesla, it flew itself. I don't think the astronauts had to do anything. Davis Monthan. Isn't that the Boneyard? You like the background lighting? Well, let me show you something. I can change the colors too. Holly liked the purple. I can go blue. I can go just plain white. That's not cool. Green. The blue is cool, but I'll leave it purple for Mrs. Biggins. So I switched. This desk normally sat this way, and it sat this way for a couple years. Yesterday, I had it facing that way, and then today I turned it this way. And I don't know how long I'll keep it this way. But I do have something cool here where I have 3 monitors now. During the day, well, this is the monitor the editing software is on, but this monitor has the output. So it makes it easier because it's full size. You can do everything on one monitor, but it's when you're doing special effects and you got to get down in the details, it's good to have it on a big monitor. And something I did, I hooked something up right, because now it was whenever my computer would go to sleep, it would crash if I had 3 monitors connected. 2 monitors I didn't have the problem with. 3 I did. Habib, you will be getting that email. We're getting, after we shoot tomorrow night, we're getting to the point we're going to start incorporating the Habib is an abducted person in the film. You can't see with this down like this. You can't. By the way, I am going to do, maybe I'll do it this weekend. I got a giveaway I'm going to do, which is a Pop Funko 11 from Stranger Things. Oh, and I also got something. It's up there. I don't feel like reaching for it. Coraline doll. I'll grab it. Coraline. That's cool. Nurse Matt, when he was here this weekend, he had his daughter with him, and I brought. It was a surprise visit. I mean, I knew he was coming, but I just found out a couple days before, and I got I had a drone. I always keep stuff here for when people stop by, so I can like give something away. But I gave her the drone, and she came over here, and you can't see it over there, but there's a robot. It's a piece of junk. She was telling me how much she liked that and how much she could take care of it. But it's a piece of junk. The R2D2 robot now, that's cool. That you can work off your phone. What I wish you can see, like I said, the crotch of Darth Vader right there. But that's these things. They're called Big Buddies, and they're about a third scale. But I really wish they made. I have an R2D2 by them too, but I really wish they made a C3PO. I also want to get into doing some Twitch and playing some video games. I'm going to play the Bad Ben video game. Hang on one second, folks. I'm grabbing something to drink. So Monday morning, I have a doctor's appointment, and then I plan on going to get the car inspected, and then I have to drop off my old modem to Comcast. There is a Bad Ben video game. In fact, I'll find out how you find it, and I'll put the link on the website, and we can start playing. These guys from Dread Central designed the game, and they had me do voices for it, which was funny as hell. Yeah, well, this is the month my cars do inspection, and I have to get that done. Inspection here is not like it used to be. It used to be common, not common, but if your car was older, where it would fail inspection, and then you'd have to get something fixed and take it back. But anymore, the only thing they really check for is emissions. I mean, they check brakes and lights and all, but they used to really, really, really check out the cars pretty thorough. But about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, they just went to a real simple streamline. It's a PETA here. What's that mean? They gave you a Scion as a loaner for your Lexus. I need to, next time I get a car, I need to get a car with a company that gives you loaners. It's a pain in the ass. Felix, you have a fabulous night too. Thank you for stopping in. Like I said, I got to get Scott to see if he'll do a live with us. He's not as good looking as me, but that's okay. New York is once a year, but about the same. Have to plug it in. I remember one of the times, I think now when you buy a car, it's like 5 years till your first inspection. And then it's every 2 or 3 years. It's got to be 3 years because the first time I had to take it, COVID was just starting. Oh my God, that was so creepy. Guess what I got in the mail? A jury duty notice. And it's in April in Atlantic City. And it's pain in the ass to park over there, but I will tell you the thing that is awesome about it is if it's still there across the street from the courthouse is this pizza place that it's so good. By the way, if I should Let me show you this. This was a prop from the last film, these tarot cards, and Travis McHenry, and he sells them on Amazon, and he paid to have them included in the last film. But it comes with a book. I don't do tarot cards, but it comes with a book that explains how to do things. But also, I mean, look at the quality of these cards. They're hand drawn. I mean, they're printed, but they've been hand drawn, and they're just, they got the nice design on the back and the card on the front. I should have taken them out with the Spirit Talker, but it's so nicely packed. And anyway, let me put them back over here. You know, one of the things I'm going to be not auctioning off, but selling in the future is copies of the grimoire from the first Bad Men films. I want to use it though and write notes in it from when we're filming, so that whoever gets it actually gets the one that was used in the film. I did get called last time. I did jury many years ago. I was called for jury duty, and I was seated, and then it started on a Monday. Monday morning they picked, Monday afternoon it started, and it was really something else. You had on one side, you had the plaintiff whose husband died, and she was suing. What had happened was he was working on a construction site, and there's this thing called a monster. And what it is it's a platform that they take to the edge of a building, and it hangs out, and a crane will lift pallets and put them here. And then they come out with a pallet jack and they pull it into the building. It's much quicker than the freight elevator. So he was working, he was spotting, like looking for the crane coming up. Well, the crane, they unhooked the pallet, and when the crane was pulling away, it caught the edge of this thing called the monster, and it fell and it hit the guy and knocked him to his death. He was on the 13th floor, if that's not creepy. And it was a casino being built. It was the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, which President Trump went long before he was president, bought. But at the time, Merv Griffin owned Resorts International next door and was building the Taj Mahal. And before the Taj was finished, Donald Trump bought it. So there were so many. It was Merv Griffin, Donald Trump, the concrete company, the construction company. There were 13 defendants and one plaintiff. And I will tell you that one of the things I remember specifically, there was one lawyer who had a stammer. And I'm not making fun of him, but, the lawyers get up and they say, "Hello, my name is John Smith. I'm the lawyer for blank concrete company. Hi, my name's, Maurice Jones. I'm the lawyer for Resorts International. Hello, my name is..." Well, he gets up and he says, "Hello, my name," and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, when it comes time for closing arguments, it's going to take a week for this guy to get through. And I wasn't making fun, but it was what I thought. But let me tell you something. He got up, in the couple days we were there, and he was brilliant, this guy. And, but it started on Monday afternoon. Wednesday, we come back from lunch and we're told to wait in the jury deliberation room. And the judge comes in and he's in civilian clothes, no robe. And he sits down and he says, well, folks, you're done. They settled. And we said, what, why'd that happen? And he says, well, normally what happens is when defendants see the way case is going, they will oftentimes try to settle if they think they're going to lose, and they could wind up losing more. So they did. I will tell you though that so that was that one. And then it was another casino business. Now this was 2017. See, I hadn't been on jury duty for like 20 years after that, because I started taking care of my mother. And hello, Custom Corpses. Hello, Mrs. Custom Corpse. When I did jury duty, I was taking care of my mother who needed me, and I reported, and I said that I have a parent that needs that I have to take care of, and I actually have to hire somebody to be with them, but they're only there till noon. And they wrote me an excuse right then and told me that it's good for 2 years, and I don't have to, I won't get called again for 2 years or 5 years. And then if I'm in the same situation, just respond to the summons with that, and they'll approve it again. So I never got called again until 2016. It was the year Bad Ben came out in October, and I was called that month in October, and I was picked. And I mean, I went through it was a selection process. They went through all these people, and we weren't picked. And then we went to another case, and they picked a jury, and I wasn't picked. I was picked, but the lawyers can take and say, I want to excuse juror number, whatever. So I was excused. And then finally I said, oh, good, there's only one more case this afternoon. If I'm not picked for this, I won't have to do it. Although it was a fascinating experience. And there were like 50 people. They combined 2 jury pools, 50 people for one case. And I said, I'm never going to get picked. They got down. Everybody had an excuse. Oh, I got to work. Oh, I got school. Oh, I got this. And it got down to 5 people, and I was picked, and I was on that case. Well, what a fucking wacko. This was a casino, and the guy bought what became the Ocean Club, and then I think it's Ocean Club now. It was something else, but he owed this guy who had been storing stuff, and it was just a nutcase, because this guy's a billionaire and didn't want to pay this guy 15 grand. And I wound up, it came time to deliberate, and we had to pick these, this little thing they spin, almost like a bingo machine. So I sat through this entire case, and I got chosen as the alternate and wasn't even allowed to deliberate. I had to sit in another room. And then they called me in when they read the verdict and all. And the guy got awarded some of the money, but it was just this guy though who owned. His name was Glenn Straub. He owned the casino at the time, and he said he used a politically incorrect term to describe himself. He said that he used the R word, retarded. He said he was, and he didn't mean that he was actually that. He meant that he's got like a fourth grade reading level. He's a billionaire, and there was one part where they said, "Did you take possession of the casino on April the 14th, 19 or 2014?" And he says, "I'm not sure." And he says, "Well, I'm showing you the document right here. It's when you settled." And he says, I don't know. And he said he couldn't see because he forgot his glasses. So guess whose glasses he wound up borrowing in order to read? Not mine. He borrowed the guy that was suing him, loaned him his glasses so that he could read the document. And he still wouldn't admit that that was the date he took ownership. So the lawyer had to get the judge to actually put it in the record that, yes, that was in fact the day that he took possession of it. Just a weird experience all the way around. So my Fridays are pretty much structured right now. Every Friday morning, I go get cousin Darty her groceries. And then right now, we're doing that Friday morning. And Friday night, we're shooting Bad Ben 12. But I like doing that jury duty. And I look forward to it. And got it again. Now, the difference is if you do, that's civil court. If you do criminal court, it's out in the city called Mays Landing, which is Atlantic City takes you about 20 minutes to get there, and you got to park is always a pain in the ass. And you got to pay for parking there, and then the parking's so crowded. But Mays Landing, it's at the jail, and the courthouse is there, and it's like going to Target or to Walmart. You pull in, there's plenty of parking, you get out, you just walk up, and no crowds, no traffic or anything, but I've never gotten that. A mom slapped their daughter. Well, who was suing her? The daughter? Or was she being charged for abuse? I don't know. Anyway, folks, it's 10 o'clock now. I'm going to sign off for the night. The daughter sued her. Oh, God. They must have wonderful holiday dinners. But I'm going to hop offline here now. And I don't know that I'll be on tomorrow night because we're filming. But maybe I can get Scott in here because he'll be here. But anyway, got to go. See you. Love you. Bye. Check in tomorrow morning. You might see us broadcasting live as we go to Cousin Darty's. See you.